Next item, City Clerk.
Any other?
Ted Victor.
Ted Victor. How we doing? Well, that's good. I'm about to hear it. Good evening. You need to have your name and your address for the record, and you have 3 minutes. Mr. Victor. No, it's a button that says speak. There you go.
Is this it?
That's it.
Good evening, esteemed Dais, city officials of Pembroke Pines. My name is Ted Victor. I live at 8471 Southwest 5th Street in the infamous community of Heron Pond. I'm here to be recorded on the record to state that I do not want to be homeless. The Heron Pond community has been on the news recently. Folks are losing their homes, not because they were not responsible with their obligations financially, but because somewhere in the middle between the city and homeowners association, there's some finger pointing going on. The exterior shell of our buildings have deteriorated over the years, and as a result, our buildings are being deemed as unsafe, and we are being ordered to evacuate in short time frames. Now, as a son of a doctor, I believe in preventive medicine. We do not want a replay of Surfside. I get it. Moving is not the problem. However, how we move, when we move, is of great concern. I know most of you directly or indirectly. I'm a teacher. My wife is a nurse. We cannot afford a mortgage, an association fee, and another apartment to rent at a high fee simultaneously. This is disgusting. It's unfair and it's wrong. The associations appear to have some sort of a laissez-faire, hocus-pocus business structure for them to do whatever they want. And I'm asking you, city elected officials, who have access to the decision makers, to have more teeth on the people who police the associations. Okay. I want to profoundly thank all of you who were able to respond to me in a moment of panic. Commissioner Schwartz, Commissioner Castillo, my wonderful opponent, Tom Good. I didn't have any expectations, but he was a gentleman and listened to me and got to see my wife cry yesterday. I need you guys to fix this because you will see more of this. It is unconscionable that we have people who are losing their homes when they've done everything that they were supposed to do to keep the roof over their heads. Any basic psychology book will tell you a basic need of a human being other than food and water is shelter. Food and water is shelter. So again, I thank you for your time, particularly State Representative Marie Woodson, who was able to listen and said she would call you to make sure that we are being addressed. I thank you for the temporary band-aid of a few days in a hotel. However, that's not a solution. These associations need to be policed so that we do not end up where we are right now, because I promise you, it is not just Heron Pond. Okay. It's not enough for the city to say, we told them to fix this. It's not enough for the association to say, well, we're trying to apply for a permit. We cannot be where we are right now. Okay. Thank you for your time.
Let me just say that homeowners should be aware of their homeowners association and what they do. I've always said, when a homeowners association is not doing what they should be doing, the residents ought to go there, either vote new ones in or hold them responsible. I don't know what we could do legally. City attorney, what can we do legally about this?
Whether it's the
Hold
city
on,
level.
I'm going to ask the city attorney. Hold on, Ted. I heard you. City Attorney?
Just as a matter of record, Mayor and Commission, there's a lot of discussion about this item. I will tell you that the city's chief billing official and the city's fire marshal, two people under Florida law that have the sovereign power of the state to protect the health, safety, and welfare of all citizens, both on this side of the dais and on that side of the dais. And they, based upon my review of what's happened in the past number of weeks and months, have exercised their independent prerogative without interference from the mayor and commission, without the interference of the city administration, and have performed their duties in accordance with their assigned tasks. The other operational side of things and the other policy-driven issues are issues I cannot respond to. I can tell you from a legal perspective that the city has performed its functions legally for those two individuals who are licensed and certified and are required by law to fulfill the state's sovereign power, which they have, without interference.
Okay. We hear you, Mr. Victor. We hear you.
Respectfully, I appreciate your response. However, again, respectfully, it's not enough. It's not enough. I also would like to say a special thank you to Mr. Stamm, who also allowed me to vent. Not that it's going to solve anything, and I do believe you. I do believe all of you that you have done what you were supposed to do. However, we are still where we are. It's not enough.
Okay.
Mayor,
We're going to look at it.
Mayor, if I may.
Commissioner Schwartz?
Thank you. My friend Ted. There are a lot of people. There are a lot of people in this position. Over the last few weeks, I reached out to county officials. I've asked Red Cross. I've suggested exploring temporary housing through mobile homes and to set them up in C.V. Smith Park in order to not displace too many people away from Pembroke Pines. Our fire marshal and our chief building official have done what they can, and I do know this, Ted. This is a long-term issue. When I received those photos from our fire chief back in January, I told you this, but I want to put it on the record. I knew then what the conversation was going to be now, and so at this point, city manager, the one thing that I appreciate is the chief building official and the fire marshal advising us what buildings were going to be next, and I was able to forward Ted that information.
Yes, you did, and I appreciate it very much.
In order to give a heads up, because it's important that you share that information with your neighbors as well.
Absolutely.
But at this point, it's about respecting the not only just the quality of life, but ensuring that we don't have any residents displaced from our city because they have places that they have to work, they have bills to pay. At this point, we're trying to find some. At least I'm doing, just throwing things out there to see
Well,
what
we're
can
going to
be
do everything
done.
we can from the city to make
And
sure.
so I don't know, city attorney, if FEMA can be involved in this.
Once again, your responses are appreciated, but these are after-fact Band-Aids. After the fact Band-Aids. I'm asking for the policing beforehand so we do not get here.
We're going to get to it. We promise you. We'll get
Because it's a travesty, and I'm sure Heron Pond is not the only place. Again, Commissioner Good, thank you. Commissioner Castillo, thank you. Commissioner Schwartz, all of you on the dais, thank you so very much. Mr. Stamm, thank you.
Okay.
It's hard to look at my wife's face when she's crying every night over this. I'm just letting you know. We
We're gonna
follow
do
the
everything
rules.
We can.
We follow the rules, and we should not have to live like this.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Items at the request of the public, City Clerk?
Mayor,